Is this yours?
That's me. Yep.
That is a good lie.
Yeah.
What's the par here?
4.
Great.
And after 1, I'm in chance. I kind of have a birdie look here, meaning an eagle shot. If I could try for an eagle, just like in ball golf. And this is kind of a putting motion. I'm outside of what's called the circle, which means I'm at least 10 meters away, which means when I putt, I can step through in my follow through. If I was inside of 10 meters, I'd have to land after my putt behind where my mark is. This is my mark. The disc down there is my mark. So I'm gonna try and get it in. And a lot of times with the putter, if you're throwing slow, it'll fade and go to the left. So I'm trying to like think about that. And I can also play for a layup here. So I'm set up great for a birdie, which is good. It was like an ugly shot,
but that's what you want to do.
Yeah, it's get a nice lie, and you're real close to the pin, and then you have an easy, or I have like an easy 8-foot shot, which is what you want. Just like in normal golf, layups are always easier. And so from here, I'm just gonna try and tap it.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Okay,
so you get a birdie.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll live with that.
Cool. Can anybody come out here and play?
Yeah, it's free. It's open 365 days a year. And you just need a couple discs. You can come out with 1, maybe 2. You can get beginner sets, which I think are great. One company is called Innova, and they make a great beginner set for about 30 bucks. And you get a putter, a mid-range, and a driver. And then they make nicer plastics, which costs a little bit more. But I think those are a great way to start.
How long does it take to get through the course normally?
If you play the shorter tees, I think you're looking at maybe 2 hours. If you play the longer ones, and depending on how good you are, it's a little bit longer. You know?
Oh, is it 18 holes?
Yeah, it's 18 holes, and the par is 68. So if you're really great, that's a lot of throws.
So how many people are using disc golf on the island?
It's hard to know. We don't really have hard data. The way that we track it are how many people buy what are called these things called bag tags. And those are our internal way of, it's like an internal competition. And last year we sold, I think 80 of them. And this year we sold a little bit less. But that just gives us a sense of how many people are into it and want to support it, financially. And in terms of our competitions that we have on a weekly basis, it ranges from about 8 to 24 people who show up. And that's year round. I mean, we had people come and play in February when we had our storms coming through. And that was crazy. I mean, you'd have guys out here in the middle of a storm where the wind was blowing 40.
Oh, what's that like?
It's really fun. It's surreal.
So why do you love it? I mean, how did you get involved? And what is it about this sport?
I played Ultimate Frisbee in college. And I like anything that's really challenging and that takes dedication and practice to get better at. And so for me, it's something that just listen to this, Gino. It's almost sunset.
The birds.
Can you hear them?
Oh, yeah.
And for me, I love coming out here by myself. My life is pretty crazy in terms of like my work life. And I feel like after a long day, I come out here and I can just sort of let all that recede into the background. And for me, it was great. Like this past winter, I came out and I was able to play all the time, and I lost like 10 pounds just walking all the time. And that all of those things together, like getting in shape, being one with nature, doing something that's physically challenging, that over time you see minute changes and progress all the time. I just find all those things together to be fascinating and just really worth my time.
And so if people want to come out here, they got to be aware of a couple of things.
Yep.
Wear shoes.
Yep.
Because of the ticks.
Yep.
And the poison ivy.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you're not careful, it's easy to get both. But if you wear pants and if you sort of tuck your pants into your socks, then you're pretty good with the ticks. And in terms of the poison ivy, there are a bunch of products on the market, one of which is called Tecnu, and that's Tecnu. And another one is Ivarest, and that's Ivarest. They sell both of those at the Stop and Shop. And if you follow the directions and are really careful about it, you're not going to get poison ivy, even if you're really allergic to it.
What do you do? Is it an ointment?
It's like a soap, and you wash yourself really carefully with that soap, and then you rinse it off with cold water.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so you don't use hot water because it breaks all the oil. Ooh, look at that throw. Excellent.
Cool.
Nice throw, Connor.
Jeff is going to throw.
Yeah, I'll get out of the way.
Go ahead, Jeff. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
See, that's a nice
Oh,
You got a nice S-turn there, because you see how he threw it on an angle and it came in, flattened out, and then
Right.
S'd back out. And that's what's so fascinating about it, is that you can throw all these different discs, different ways and with different angles to navigate different types of terrain. And like different courses might be crazy tight, so you might have a lane that's only 8 feet wide, and then you have to throw it through that, or else you'll hit a whole bunch of trees and you'll lose your disc. And
so what's the trick before we go? What's the trick to putting? I mean, like a putter, what you said your game needs work in putting. What?
Oh yeah, okay. So like it's the easiest way to either give strokes away to your opponents or not. And so like technique is everything. A lot of people talk about there's two styles. One is spin putting, where you spin like that.
Oh.
And where it's almost like throwing a frisbee normally. And then the other way to do it is something called push or pitch putting, and that motion is different. Instead of spinning it, it's more of like an elevator going up and down, and the whole time you keep the disc straight on the center pole of the basket, and that motion looks a lot like this. Woo! I got lucky.
You got lucky. Yeah.
Very lucky.
Interesting. So we're just fortunate to have the room and the land to use it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also we're really fortunate to have a group of volunteers who help build it, and we're really fortunate to have someone named Todd Rainwater help really push all of the legislation and deal with all the permitting issues and the years and years of challenges that he faced to help bring this to all of us.
Wow.
Nantucketers have no idea how lucky we are to have this. I mean, it's just this amazing.
And what land is this on?
This is the state forest.
Okay.
So the land belongs to the state.
Yep.
And the DCR is the state organization that allowed it to happen.
Right. And the grooming, you know, you got to keep that up.
All the time. Yep.
And you guys all volunteer to do that? Or is that...
We have some volunteers and one person who's paid.
Okay.
And he's our course custodian, and he does excellent work.
All right.
And, you know, it looks this good right now because we have 3 of the top players in the entire world coming out on Monday the 26th and Tuesday the 27th to do some clinics for free,
Ooh.
which is just amazing. It would be like an opportunity to play with Tiger Woods if you're into
Is
normal
that
golf.
true? Wow, that is awesome.
We're really lucky.
Ooh. So can people come out and see that?
Yeah, and the schedule is online at nantucketdiscgolf.org.
All right. Well, Noah, I want to thank you.
Of course.
I'm going to bring my son out.
Thanks for
He's already been out, but I
Yeah.
mean, this is my first chance to see it, and I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, cool. Thanks so much, Gino.
Thank you.
Have a great day.